Self-deception is easy enough, isn't it? It's not so hard to get carried away on a wave of emotions. The reasoning faculty is corruptible. In the process of getting carried away, one can lose sight of certain principles which are essential to one's well-being, mental, physical. Wanting to believe in the absence of evidence, or being determined to believe despite all evidence to the contrary, this is how you can get yourself into a world of shit. I've heard it said many a time that a man's worst enemy is himself. He must fight against his lower nature, or the beast within. Not sure if that's the most advanced way of seeing the self, but I understand the utility of the narrative. The desire for love, to be that special someone, perhaps to be somebody's one and only beloved. Some folks are lucky in love. They form lifetime bonds. Till death do us part means just that for many, but for many more, looking for a long-term monogamous relationship, they're not so lucky. Some people get burned. Scammers and sharks are hidden in plain sight. Skeptical people are aware, of course, that it could happen to them. You should be cautious and suspicious when dealing with those you don't really know anything about. Trust is a very important thing which shouldn't be offered quickly or easily. The truth is, you look a certain way, you come from a certain part of the world, you are part of a certain age group, you're a man or a woman, and you put yourself out there. Whether you like it or not, you're being profiled, you're being sized up, you're being categorized. People are getting ideas about you which doesn't necessarily reflect the person you are. Now, not everyone is out to get you or do you wrong, of course. Not everyone wants to victimize you, but rest assured, there are some who see you as a mark. You are a target for professional scammers if you tick enough boxes. Of course, bullshit artists have existed for centuries, thousands of years actually, not just centuries, but here in the modern age with this marvellous tool we call the internet, allowing for communication at the speed of thought, this is a great environment for bullshit artists, for criminals, for tricksters who look at your words and perhaps your profile photo and they see naivety, or they see a walking cash dispenser. I don't want to sound like the concerned dad of YouTube or the internet, but you really don't know who you're dealing with online in maybe the vast majority of cases, depending on the circles you move in. If you weren't born yesterday, it's easy enough to spot a shady get-rich-quick scheme for what it is, yes. And if you're not cognitively impaired, you may well be able to pick out the snake oil salesman with relative ease, but when it comes to matters of the heart, romance, lonely people looking for love, otherwise smart individuals keep getting fucked over. You may well have heard the stories. First the lovey-dovey talk, then the sob story works its way into the narrative, then comes the requests for money, or the demands for money, or the demands to meet in person. Once a victim has been primed, this can take weeks or maybe months, then emotional blackmail might follow. Manipulation is a skill set, not always used for the dark arts, but it certainly can be. And some people, some professional con artists, are very good at working you out, getting under your skin, playing you like a fiddle. You might not even be aware that it's happening, which brings me back to what I was saying before, wanting to believe. Your ability, my ability, to throw reason out of the window, follow little brain in your pants instead of big brain in your skull, or to be simply carried away on a tsunami of emotions. Bullshit artists are counting on this. The human condition is well known to those who have no qualms about fucking you over wholesale. If you suspect you're being scammed, even if it hurts to admit it, try to step outside yourself. Look at patterns of behaviour, your behaviour, the other person's, and ask yourself honestly, is it possible that I'm being played for a fool here? After some searching, you find that the answer is yes, then step away. Reflect, regroup, re-energize, disengage from toxic relations and exchanges.